Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 28th. This week, you start with this Luck and Money card. You also have this pearl. It says Hidden Gem on it. So you are a hidden gem here, Taurus. But let's see. I think there could be luck in any fresh starts, or if you're having like a new start with the Fool showing up in the first row, or any new beginnings. I kind of get more of the feeling that all your work is coming together. We have the Eight of Pentacles showing up here, and the Eight of Pentacles says you've been working towards something for a long time. Eight of Pentacles is my card that represents material success on the horizon. It basically just says you've been working very hard towards something, and now you're getting a result based off of like whatever you've been working on. And, again, I think that there could be results coming in. He only has one more thing to complete. That this one pentacle right below him, and then he will be done with the work that he's doing. So again, I kind of feel that you've been doing a lot of work. We'll actually start with this Eight of Pentacles. And so you've been doing a lot of work, and now you're probably getting better results, or you're just getting a result in general based off of the work that you've been doing. The Eight of Pentacles is also like diligent work. I'm pretty sure for the past few readings, at least, it's come up for you that, really just kind of focusing in on one thing is going to be more important for you. So if you are scattered, and we see a lot of focus here. We have the Queen of Pentacles showing up, even the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles are cards of focus, which we'll talk about at the end when we get there. But he's working on one thing diligently. He's not working on 900 different projects at once. So I would say that kind of like focusing on one path or one direction is going to be very important for you. With all the energy that's showing up here. But also the Fool. The Fool's going on a long journey. He's going from the Fool to the World through the entire major arcana. And when he gets the World, he starts all over again as the Fool, but the World represents an accomplishment. So like for him to have an accomplishment, he needs to see something through to the end. We even have the Knight of Swords, and sometimes I feel like the Knight of Swords, he comes up like this. He has his back to the future of the reading going this direction, and he's running towards the past. So sometimes I feel that the Knight of Swords can represent seeing something through to the end. Just like I've already said, he needs to complete his journey and not turn around. He needs to make sure that he completes whatever he set out to do, and if he does that, he will be successful. But obviously, if he runs away, he will not be successful. So I feel the Knight of Swords really says you have to like see something through to the end. With the Fool, you have the Empress, you showing up in a very strong position. The Empress is one of your cards. Empress represent, whenever you show up as yourself, puts you in a position of power and strength. Also an amazing card for abundance, or attracting more abundance, or creating more abundance into your life. But, I think I definitely have said this to you in one of your past readings, like recently, that she is, again, only focusing on one thing. She is waving her scepter in front of her, and she's growing the wheat that's growing in front of her as well. And, it's not something that she has to struggle to do. It's not something that requires a lot of effort. She is really just doing something that comes naturally or very easily to her. And again, then you have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is like pre-Empress energy, but the Nine of Pentacles is very similar. She has those grapes behind her, and the grapes behind her represent like having a specific skill or being able to do something that is hard for most people that you can do well. And so with the Nine of Pentacles, we really have to kind of focus on one skill with those grapes and make it successful. So I think it could be a reading of your skills. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups. You have too many nines here now. The Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment, of course, but also being in alignment. I think things that, here's the other thing, is that with the Knight of Swords, things that are not in alignment with you are probably things that you want to run away from. Or, could just be things that just aren't working out. So the Knight of Swords might not actually be a bad thing. Again, if you're running away from something that just isn't serving you or isn't bringing you into alignment, then it's probably a good thing. So I wouldn't be, I kind of feel the Knight of Swords is actually saying quite a bit in your reading. I feel it's saying like, don't be afraid of changes. Don't be afraid of, if something doesn't work, it probably, isn't meant to be. And it's probably leading you to alignment or more fulfillment with the Nine of Cups, and that's what I would focus on. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups can be regrets or sadness, or, he's focusing on the Three Cups instead of the Two Cups that are behind him. Again, another card of simplification. When you think about it, he's going from Three Cups to Two Cups instead of like trying to do too much, those Three Cups in front of him. And, the story of this card is he no longer enjoys the taste of wine. So he no longer enjoys... He no longer enjoys what he is grieving the loss of. And so I would say that, again, sometimes I think we hold on to things because we think that they are going to lead to a result. And these things could be anything, experiences, people, places, things, tools, jobs that we have, whatever. But we still kind of want to walk away. And, that's what the Five of Cups always reminds me of. It's like something we kind of want, but we also know we don't. And, I feel, again, this is saying, like, don't be afraid to walk away from things that no longer serve you. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have a snake spirit says time to heal. You also have this grasshopper spirit says take a leap of faith. Yes. You have that Fool card, which definitely says take a leap of faith. Almost every single person has had a healing card this week so far. And also in the November readings that I just did, everybody had healing cards. So it could just be a time of healing. But I think more importantly, that grasshopper saying take a leap of faith. The grasshopper in this deck is also considered very lucky. It's kind of like a lucky fresh start. And you have that luck and money card. So whatever you're taking a leap of faith towards could be very lucky for you or could lead to more luck. You also, in the area of what's coming in for you, you show up again. So you have both of your major arcana cards showing up here. The Hierophant, and, again, this puts you in a position of power and strength. Whenever someone is present in a reading, it really says the reading is all about you, which happens to you pretty much every single, all your readings, Taurus, are all about you. And the Hierophant is about like inside the box thinking. He's also about communicating between the heavens and the earth. He communicates with both sides, but he translates the messages he's getting from heaven like into the earth. And so a lot of you could be translating your vision or whatever your dream is down to earth. It's also a card of blessings, and you have very good cards of blessings here. I mean, Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, so far in the Empress, these are very good cards of receiving blessings. You have the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, this is the challenge for everyone, I believe. I believe that the challenge that everyone is going to face is resources. Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness. She needs to be resourceful, and she needs to tap into her resources to be successful. So I feel for a lot of you that this is about you doing the things necessary to be resourceful or to tap into your resources. Or, again, there might be something you want to build or create at this time, and you might feel like you don't have the money or you don't have the resources. But the Queen of Pentacles says if you dig deeper, you actually do. And again, she's focusing on what she does have. She's not focusing on this rabbit right here. And the rabbit can represent like fears, anxiety, worries. And, again, she's not focusing on any of those things. She's just focusing on what she's got right in front of her. And she makes her goal, wish, or dream happen with what she has. You have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is about needing to be, for you, well, I shouldn't say this, but, because this is not really necessarily what it means, but I feel for you, it's about needing to be excited for a new beginning. We go up to the Eight of Cups, like walking away from something, very similar to what we were saying with this Knight of Swords. So the Eight of Cups is about walking away from what no longer serves you. And then you go to the Six of Pentacles, which is equal give and take, especially in the good stuff. So if you are having to walk away from something, or if something, just definitely isn't working in your life, then I feel this is saying walking away from it is going to lead to more abundance or towards, balance. With the Hierophant, you have the Queen of Swords. I almost get awakening energy from your reading. The reason I think it's maybe not showing up that powerful as like a full-blown awakening is because maybe you're just awakening to one idea or to one direction. The Queen of Swords, she only has clouds halfway up her body, and she is seeing things clearly for the first time. But, I kind of feel the reading is maybe talking about one single aspect of your life. Like, if you think about it, if you go through a full-blown awakening, that's going to change every aspect of your life. And I'm not saying that you're not making changes, but, again, it seems to me like this is one thing that you are awakening to. It could be like a talent, gift, skill, or ability with the Nine of Pentacles. It could be a new direction. But I would definitely move towards whatever clarity you're getting with the Queen of Swords. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, Four of Pentacles is stability. Sometimes I think we just have to stretch a little bit with the Four of Pentacles. Again, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, talking about resources. Four of Pentacles is holding on too tightly to what you have, and it's like obviously to grow your finances, sometimes you have to take a risk. Like you have to take the risk to ask for a raise or promotion. You have to take the risk to get a new job, or you have to take the risk to advertise your business, or whatever it is. So I kind of feel like the Four of Pentacles is encouraging a little bit of a stretch. It's saying like you will keep getting what you've got if you just keep doing what you've been doing. So I would take the risk. With the Page of Wands, you have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is feeling left out in the cold. I definitely feel that here. With the Knight of Swords to the Page of Wands, Knight of Swords could be things leaving your life, people, places, or things leaving your life. Definitely this kind of gives me the vibes of going through a transition or transition time. It's like sometimes I think we change our energy and we just no longer we just no longer resonate with certain people in our lives, right? And that's kind of what this is giving to me. But also like when we change, I think we give off a different energy, and it sometimes that pushes people away as well. And I'm wondering if that's what this is, going this way to that Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, like he is deciding who he can and can't exchange energy with. And so for a lot of you, I feel like you're realizing there are just certain people that just no longer resonate with you. And again, it's not even a criticism of those people. It's not even saying that they're bad people or anything like that. Again, I don't think we have to walk away from people just because they're bad people. It's like sometimes we just no longer resonate with a person or people, and it's not necessarily for bad reasons, but we have to grow, right? You in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Observe card and this Intuition card. You need to observe your intuition. It is a very intuitive time. Every single person, again, in the month of November had very strong intuition cards. Like, the High Priestess came up for almost everybody, and, there were several other cards that also came up. So I think you need to observe your inner voice, or listen to your inner voice more. It's like trying to guide you, or it's trying to move you in a new direction. Maybe you need to shut out the noise, right? You have the Hermit. Sometimes with the Hermit, I think we have to go into Hermit mode where we have to withdraw and really listen to what we want. I think that you get a lot of these readings where it really encourages you to go back to the drawing board. Like I would go back to 20 years ago. It's like, what did you think you were going to be when you grew up? And how close to that are you? And sometimes I don't think we're necessarily meant to be what we thought we were going to be. Like I thought I was going to grow up and be a dinosaur. Obviously that didn't happen. So, especially when I was like 4 years old, right? But there are things I do that are kind of related. So, what can you do to get closer to what you thought you were going to be? And, it doesn't even have to be from when you were a child. It could be some idea that you came up with a couple of years ago. It could be something you came up with yesterday. It doesn't even matter. I think that the Hermit is saying, how can you get closer to that vision? Maybe you need to shut out the noise so you can listen to yourself. Again, when we experience too many opinions from other people, it kind of shapes our reality. And I feel the Hermit says close it out so that you can shape your own reality. You have the Eight of Cups. Again, I feel there are just transitions going on here. I think I got the word transition like a minute ago on this card. I think I said it. And, I just get this like transition period that you're going through. And I look at the Eight of Cups as a good card because he is walking away from those 8 cups because they no longer fulfill him, and he doesn't really know where he's going. He doesn't even know if he's going to find fulfillment again. He just knows that he's not going to settle for those 8 cups. And I kind of feel you have that attitude going on right now, which is good. You have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups could be a knight in shining armor, but not really a love reading. I mean, of course, I think love is always available to us. And you also end with this Loyal Heart card. So if you are looking for love, definitely could be a strong connection. But the Knight of Cups is a knight in shining armor, but it could also be your ideas. So the Knight of Cups is very dreamy, and he needs to start planting seeds towards his ideas. And what do you know? You have 2 cards of planting seeds, Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is about planting seeds. It's about paying attention to what's growing, what's not growing, and doubling down on the things that are growing. Nine of Pentacles is growing. So Nine of Pentacles is growth. With the Hermit, you have the Devil. Yeah, like I said, I feel like you need to shut out external influences, just in general. Personally, I don't think the Devil is a bad card. It can be a bad card if you're dealing with like something toxic, but for the most part, To me, the devil just can represent Saturn. The devil specifically is Saturn and Capricorn. And we had Saturn and Capricorn like back in 2016. And so I always think of that time. And, I think Saturn and Capricorn, according to Chris's crappy astrology here, is profitable education. And that's like one thing that we can do with Saturn and Capricorn energy. And you might be saying, Chris, Saturn is not in Capricorn anymore. And I always say, yes, but it doesn't matter. It's going to come back in 26 years or something like that, right? I don't know. I can't do math. And it's going to say, did you learn something new or not? And if you did, then you did the work and you'll probably get a reward. If you didn't, then you won't. So you might as well learn something new. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Three of Pentacles. Again, teamwork makes the dream work. Finding more people who support you or who can support you. Finding more people that you truly align with or that kind of match up with you on a deeper level. And that's what I feel is going on with this Three of Pentacles energy. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is growth and expansion or doing things to expand. So I feel for a lot of you, this could be you kind of expanding out into the universe, or it could be you taking a risk, like we said earlier. This guy on this card, he's normally standing at the top of a hill, and he's looking over some water, and he is thinking about getting on the boats that are out on the water. So I feel for a lot of you, this is about going on a new adventure, or the whole entire reading basically says that you're moving in a lucky new direction. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this New Life card. I didn't even see this. This is my favorite card in this deck, and this Loyal Heart card. So on this New Life card, this lady is like being lifted up on this pedestal. And so a lot of you could be putting yourself on a pedestal. You could be getting out into the world more, or you could just be experiencing a new life, which again, comes up several times. You have the Fool. You have the Queen of Swords, which is like looking more into the future. And so I think this is great. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Death card. The Six of Pentacles is about planting seeds in a new direction, and so he is kind of he really needs to plant seeds and give his energy to the right things. He's giving to this person, not this person. This guy here, he really pays attention to what he gives energy to, and he doubles down on the things that give energy back to him. So he's making sure that he is always being filled up, and also, you have this Nine of Pentacles. She has 6 pentacles over here, 3 pentacles. Sorry, my camera's reversed over here, by the way. And 3 pentacles over here. And the 3 pentacles are what she's willing to give to any new situation that enters into her life. She always keeps 6 pentacles for herself, so she's never over-giving. She's always making sure that she's only giving, enough to anything that she's invested in, but she never overextends herself, which is important. That's why she is pre-Empress energy. She doesn't overextend herself so she can be an Empress, and I feel that would be great for a lot of you. She also has this Falcon right here, which represents her focus, and again, focus is a word that keeps coming up for you, Taurus. I think if you're doing too many projects or working on too many things, that you're going to struggle. And that does not mean that you can't do all your projects. I think you need like a little idea notebook. I'm looking for mine right here. I write down all my ideas in here, right? All my top secret ideas, all the things I want to do, all the things that pop into my head. I carry this around in my pocket all day. I bring this with me in my car. I bring it up to my bed, right, when I go to sleep, because sometimes I go to sleep, I get an idea, I need to write it down. So I actually have like 2 of these because I started this a while ago, and I just have stacks of ideas. You never know when an idea could become very important for you. So again, I would like write down your ideas and trap them, especially if you're working on a lot of things, because it doesn't mean you can't do them all. It just means you can't do them all right now. You need to do things one thing at a time. And trust me, I'm a total scatterbrain, ADHD, right? And I have like major ADHD. And so I have a million ideas. And what I would say is the thing that changed my life is I gave myself the 90-day rule, which I'm pretty sure I've said to you before. Every 90 days, I pick an idea, especially if it's a big one, and I work on it for 90 days. If it works, great. 6 of Pentacles, I keep doing it. If it doesn't work, I move on to the next idea, right? And totally change things for me. So that's what I would do with the 9 of Pentacles. Or again, there is a way you can break this rule, right? I just hired a new employee the other day because I had an idea that I was like, no, we need to do this right now, right? So if you can hire a person, then do that. You have the Death card. The Death card can represent a transformation or a change. And I feel for a lot of you that there is a big change happening for you. I really don't feel much here other than change. I don't know. It just feels like nothing to me. So there you go. I just threw the entire deck, so let me let me fix that there, Taurus. But anyway, again, I think that is just talking about some sort of change. And also, you have this Loyal Heart card, and again, the Death card with the Knight of Cups. This could be a Scorpio or someone with Scorpio. I'm also getting Capricorn as well. So if you are looking for love, there could be love coming in. And it could be like a Scorpio, or it could be someone with Scorpio or Capricorn. You also have fire. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Four of Cups. I love this Four of Cups. This Four of Cups, these 3 cups are pouring into this 1 cup. And, it really says that you could be attracting a person who really pours into you. And so if you're looking for love, this would be something that's much more worth it, with the Six of Pentacles especially. With the Nine of Pentacles, you show up again. Again, like I said, this is definitely another all about you reading. I'm pretty sure every reading this year, there have been maybe a couple that I can think of that we're really talking about like a person. But, I feel all your readings have really been all about you this year. But great card for building wealth or building success. With the Death card, you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a card of success, achievements, it's a card of a victory as well, and I feel a lot of you could be feeling victorious. I kind of feel like this entire month, it's like you're working towards feeling this way. It's like feeling like a winner, and yeah, looks good to me. You have this Ring card. It says a marriage will take place either romance or in business, so definitely could be some sort of commitment that you're making, because like I said, I think you're making commitment to one thing, and that could be what this is talking about. Now you have this Forest. It says muddled, unclear thinking. What I'm really getting here is no assumptions. Like, again, sometimes I think things happen in life, whatever, and you make an assumption about why something happened. And, I feel this is saying, like, go directly to the source. Don't just assume that things in your life are happening, for a reason. Make sure you know why they're happening. You have this Broom card. It says new home, new attitude. Tons of people have had these cards of your environment. Nine of Pentacles is a card of your environment. This card says clean up your environment. So you don't necessarily have to move with this card, but you could be changing the things that are around you, and I think that would be very valuable. You have this Eye. It says psychic ability, trust your intuition. Like I said, tons of intuition stuff going on at the end of the year here, so I would definitely listen to that inner voice. You have this Crown card. It says honor and respect will come to you. But I feel like saying in a different way, though, Taurus. It's like, it's like I think you see yourself as one way, but I'm not trying to be mysterious here either. But it's like you see yourself one way, but I actually think you're another. But this is not a bad thing. Again, it's like I obviously can't be a dinosaur, right? As much as I want to be. So it's like, but like what can you do is what I feel like this is saying. But also good, because you're going to get the honor and respect that you desire. So yeah, looks really good. Love it. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.